Ruckus Avenue Radio.
It's a privilege to obviously have yourself, sir, Mr. A.R. Rahman, and Ehan Bhat, who we're going to get to know as well, on the Raj&Pablo show. Thank you very, very much.
And congratulations on 99 songs. So it's your first production.
Yes, we're all very excited.
So was it true that Mani Ratnam, sir, actually inspired you to make a movie yourself?
Mani, actually, I talk a lot about the visual. I'm a big fan of Mani Ratnam, of course, because he's my mentor, my brother. And so once he just told me something very interesting. When I was toying with writing stories, he said, you know, it's not that different than how you make a song. Because you make a song, you have a theme, you have a lyric, and then you make it like an experience. It's a journey from A to B to C to D to E. That's what you do. You keep some surprises, and then you end with a, you know, like a finale, and then lasts an impression. So it is, yeah, he kind of used that anecdote, like the symbolism of song to the story.
But can I ask you, okay, so are the nerves still the same? Like when you have a new song and it's coming out, is it the same nerves that you have with the new film coming out?
Yes, but the thing with the film is you are slowly getting all your fears out because you're fixing things.
All right, okay.
Because you're screening and we are screening and nudging and patchworking and editing, and finally you feel like, yeah, this is the cut. I love it, and better everybody loves it, and I hope people like it. And
how involved are you in the actual creative process, the concept and the design, and what actually happens when they were filming? Were you hands-on?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you much because he's pretty loud. You're not that loud. Your mic is.
Where's your mic? Yeah, I'm talking to him.
Sir, how involved were you in the creative process?
So I initially wrote the story. The story is like a fairy tale where one guy has to write 100 songs to win a girl, and then it's not as simple. So there's different layers to it. The different more surprises, and how do you intrigue the audience? How do you not make the song too big so it gets boring, but the right size where the story moves to the next level. So I had a lot of references. I had a whole, you know, we did a previs of how the look of the movie should be. And then, and of course, Vishwesh, we're more like, I'm new in writing and he's new in direction, but he's done a lot of ads, which are very, very impressive ones. He's done some incredible things with advertising and musical documentary. He's a musician himself. So he understood the whole narrative. And so I was involved in some of the stuff, and some of the stuff I would just leave him. I would nudge him to be more towards our culture. So I'll pull him constantly. Come. Let put a bindi on her. And so stuff like that. So it's not alienating for audiences, even though the look of it has a different voice from normal movies which you see, which great filmmakers have done. I wanted this to be the newer generation's, you know, favorite. So we were going towards international cinema, or not art cinema, but commercial international cinema.
Good.
They're talking about new generations. Ehan, you've been very patient there. We have a lot of questions for you. Firstly, I mean, congratulations on the movie. Did you even in your wildest dreams think you'd be working with Mr. A.R. Rahman?
No, never. I till this date, I still pinch myself if it's actually happening, you know? And that's what happened when I got the film. I was surprised, shocked. I couldn't contain my emotions. And but then I finally believed, oh, I got the part.
But then again, it was actually, we've heard that there was like what, 800 people who auditioned.
Yeah. So I am so grateful that sir believed in me. I mean, I had to. I'm a huge fan of sir, so it was a dream to work with sir one day. But I got to work with sir. The story is written by sir, produced by sir. It's an honor for me to carry forward sir's dream. So
when you did the audition, did you think, oh my God, I've got a chance, I'm going to get this?
No, you always give your best and you expect the least, you know. And to my surprise, I was called after a few months, and they told me like, you're shortlisted for the film. So like I think the rejection is better when they just say no and you don't get any callback. But if you're shortlisted, you have you can't sleep, because when you're shortlisted, you know that okay, there's a competition and you have like 3-4 people along with you. So I thought like there are going to be some A-listers when I go there in the morning, trying to give us this film. This is A.R. Rahman's film. But to my surprise, there was no one. It was just me. And when he told me actually the EP of the film, he told me, you're doing the film. I couldn't believe it. I swear I couldn't. My emotion was just as flat.
Because I'm a new producer and I don't know how usually it works. For me, if I like something, I like it. I don't pretend that, oh, I'm going to play with him.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to put you on the spot here. If you like something, you like it. Ehan, you can shut your ears, but I'm sure you've heard this many times. What was it about Ehan that you went, this is the boy?
Okay, so initially when I wrote the character, it was a 18, 19-year-old boy. And he had this John Lennon glasses. He was a big Beatles fan in the beginning, and then he transformed. No, he had long hair. So when I saw this guy, I was like, the movies got bigger because I got this guy. Because imagine this guy in the next few movies after this. I always think about the future. Even the song, when I'm writing it, like this song will it remain after 10 years or 20 years? How will it sound? Will it sound just like momentary hit, or will it remain? Right. Does it have something timeless in it, or it doesn't? So these are the checks which sometimes I have. Sometimes I do what is required. So with him, I was trying to see the future. What if this guy plays Spider-Man or Batman in Hollywood in future? So,
you thought you were nervous before. How nervous are you now?
Sorry?
How nervous is he now? Spider-Man or Batman?
Oh my God. I mean, coming this from Rahman sir is like the best gift that I've ever received. These words from him is like something holy, I will embed in my head throughout this life. I
think it's not that difficult. I mean, if you play a part and you just be consistent and you're true to yourself and you're honest, you can get anything. Nothing is beyond reachable. I feel like
I think you said something very telling there, and I think it speaks for a lot of your work. When you say you always thinking of the future and you're thinking ahead. And it's no secret, like when you do something, it makes a mark. And whether it's you change the direction of music, when you bring soul or some different element, do you think that is because you think ahead, you manage to kind of make history in a sense?
I don't intentionally do it. I said, like, you provided everything, and what stops you from excelling? What stops you from working hard? What stops you from being a visionary? When God has given you everything, is just be true to what the ingredients you have. So in this movie also, like I finished, I just had Oscars and Grammys and had 5 years in, I was Academy member, Grammy member. And so the aura which filled me was not to think about regional or this region or that region or this language. I was thinking about cinema. I was thinking about a story. It happens to be in India. It's about music, and music is an international universal language. So why shouldn't I think about Ehan the same way? Why should I think I will limit him that he can only do a Tamil film or a Hindi film or a Punjabi film? No, our people should go. Why are we not representing the world? Like now Priyanka Chopra is doing it greatly. I mean, she used the opportunities and she's talented. She showed up. Yeah.
And Ehan, is this something that appeals to you? Doing films for every kind of culture, every genre?
I mean, for now, I'm excited for my film because I thought like I'm doing a Hindi film, but then it's releasing in Tamil and Telugu, and people who have dubbed my voice are like great artists down south. But for now, these three are like the main goals. But yeah, as Sir said, with his this great blessing, I might later on be a Batman.
And you learn how to play the piano, what, in a year?
Yeah. I mean, it was really Rahman sir's idea to send me to his conservatory in Chennai to learn piano, along with my friend Tenzin, who plays drums in the film. So we stayed there for a period of 1 year. He was training on drums. I was training on piano. It helped us a lot during the filming process. It was required. Otherwise, I mean, we are non-musicians. We had no knowledge of music. We're only listeners of music. But then when you actually get introduced to your instruments, it kind of helped us during the filming process. The half of the job, I think, for our characters was done because we were actually living the life of our characters.
And so, now that you're a film producer as well, what are the other film producers saying to you? Do they talk differently to you? Because you're no longer just a music director.
Everybody was like, what is he going to do? There's a concern. Hope he doesn't fall flat. Hope he does something which people will like. And because they've been seeing it's very hard to suddenly put another hat. Even when I was a musician, when I told some of my clients in around 87, 86 that I'm going to compose, they looked at me very cheekily. Oh, are you going to compose? That little sarcastic, condescending.
Yes.
Can't you just do one thing, what you are good at? That.
Yeah.
So people evolve, and life teaches you, mind expands. You can't stop your mind if your mind is thirsty for different things, you can't say, oh, no, don't grow. Just be that. Just do this stuff. Just clean vessels, or, you can't do that. Because the greatest cameramen, Ashok Mehta and people who come from India, they were all serving tea. They were like, from humble beginnings, people have become amazing people in India, and that's India. And I believe that it helps you grow it. What stops us is only the mind, nobody else.
But in terms of when you're making your music, you can sit in a room on your own and make a fantastic music. When you're making a movie, it's so many different people involved. And did you find that adjustment of actually telling people what to do or saying, I'd like it this way? Was it difficult for you to do that?
Okay, so what happened was it's a slow process. 2012, I produced a video called Infant Love, where I'd done the concept and I'd given it to a director, and who directed like big movies, big stuff for Dave Stewart and all the stuff. Even for a Super Heavy with Mick Jagger, he directed. So I was noticing how they interpret things. Another music video, and this music videos actually helped me to think about the real thing, which is movie making. So I said, this is not for me. I'm not a person who would come and tell, change this, change that. I'm an introvert. And that'll be a waste of money if I don't say right things. So I should get a director who would do all that stuff. But I will just download all my information and update to my sensibility. And I found a musician and director like Vishwesh. I've seen his ads, and I was pretty impressed with all the execution he did. I asked him, how did you do this? How did you do that? And then we would just converse about music, and he would ask me about, music and this and that. So he hung out with me in LA when I was scoring their movies. Then we hung out in Boston, So these are all greats. I've introduced him to some people there, and we'd go watch movies together, read books together, watch. And so in a way, we were in the same frequency,
Yeah.
And so we were discovering cinema together, like big cinema together. And then we found Ideal, who came and sponsored, not sponsored, gave the finance to the movie. And then we got Gio, who saw 20 minutes cut and said, oh my God, this looks incredible, want to buy this. And why can you make it in Hindi and Telugu and Tamil also? So everything fell into it. And then there was a little bit of a slow process when we were re-editing things. We had a 3.5 hour cut. It was too long for a movie. Wow. Then we got an editor who came in and she did some magic, and she's like, Luas, this is your movie. Manisha, who did the movie Boni Kapoor, Sridevi Kapoor's mom.
Yeah.
He came and did some magic, and then my director went and tweaked some more. So it's a very, very interesting process, like a university by itself.
So the film's called 99 Songs, but there's only 14 songs. Can we hear the other ones?
Those are the stuff when you in a dream you'll get the number 55. It'll all come at random.
Okay, well, before we go, so we put you on the spot about Ehan, we're going to put you on the spot. One favorite tune that Mr. Rahman Saab has done of yours.
What is your favorite, or one of your favorites?
Well, in this one?
In this one?
Anyone.
From his whole repertoire.
I can't choose one. You know, I'm a fan of all the songs.
What Rahman song do you sing in the shower?
I don't know about shower, but this is my every morning song, Kun Faya Kun.
Oh,
Okay.
brilliant song.
But that's not bad.
And sir, what are you listening to at the moment?
Wow. I'm listening to you.
That's not bad either. That's a good answer. But can we say best of luck with the movie?
Really excited about this. It's going to be really
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the love and keep spreading the word. And I hope
Absolutely.
you like the-
Always a pleasure to speak to you and all the best. And we love the Nora 50 video as well.
Oh, thank you.
Ruckus Avenue Radio.